Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari
Tulyam nijantargatam.
Tulyam nijantargatam
Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam.
Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam
Pashyannatmani mayaya bahirivod.
Pashyannatmani mayaya bahirivod
Bhutai yatha nidraya.
Bhutai yadha nitraya
Pashyannatmani mayaya bahirivod bhutai yatha nidraya.
Pashyannatmani mayaya bahirivod yatha nitraya
Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam. Pashyannatmani mayaya bahirivod bhutai yatha nidraya.
Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam Pashyannatmani yadha nitraya.
Yes. So we were seeing the Dhyana shlokas of Dakshinamurthy Stotram. Dakshinamurthy Stotram is a very beautiful stuti. Stotram means stutyartha. Praise in praise of Lord Dakshinamurthy, who is a form of Shiva. Yeah? But at the same time, in addition to being a stuti, it is also a prakarana grantha composed by Adi Shankaracharya. So Prakarana Grantha is a short work, which highlights the teachings of Upanishads like Viveka Chudamani, Tattva Bodhaha, ityadi. So this is a very unique combination, Dakshinamurthy Stotram, of Bhakti and Jnanam. So we just saw in the first verse, the last line is the chorus or the refrain. There Shankaracharya says, Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Nama Idam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. Starting from Vishwam, fourth line will be common to all the verses. No? So see how beautifully Shankaracharya expresses his intense bhakti to his Guru, and to the Lord Dakshinamurthy. So Dakshinamurthy is a form of Shiva who manifests as a human guru that we can connect to, and that guru is going to show us that Dakshinamurthy or the guru is really our essential Atman. Yeah. So the Atman, the very self, is essentially the truth of Ishvara and the truth of Dakshinamurthy or the truth of the entire world. Now in the Gita, we have Shri Bhagavan. So Shri stands for embodiment of wealth. All kinds of wealth, material and spiritual. But what is the Shri here? Shri Guru Murti, Shri Dakshinamurthy. Here, the Shri refers to the Maya Shakti of the Lord Shiva or Dakshinamurthy, by which the Lord manifests the universe, sustains it, and resolves it. So that Shri is prefixed by Shankaracharya, which gives us that meaning. So Dakshinamurthy is the Adi Guru or Adi Yogi, who is manifest as the Guru and who gives us the Brahma Vidya or Atma Jnanam. Now, I told you there are some temples in India and abroad where Dakshinamurti is the principal deity. So it is exclusively, one prays to Dakshinamurti for release from samsara. But that does not mean Dakshinamurti will only give moksha, also for any other, practical reasons also. We saw this Bija Mantra Om Namo Bhagavati Dakshinamurti Mahyam Shriyam Medham Pragyam Prayachya Swaha. So whether it is students can chant it, anybody can chant it, So it has the power, of Medha. So there are various forms of Dakshinamurti. There is a Veena Dakshinamurti, and in Kalahasti there is a Dakshinamurti with Ambal, Parvati Devi, which is very rare. Usually we see Dakshinamurti alone. Then in Anekatti, Coimbatore, some of us have been there. There is the Medha Dakshinamurti. Medha is the power of the intellect. So it's very beautiful. Early morning, 4:30, you go to the temple and there is the Abhishekam, milk Abhishekam done to the Lord Dakshinamurti to the chant of Rudram and Chamakam, Namakam. Very, very beautiful. Unforgettable. In fact, after many years, this is the one thing that will stand out, in our minds, is that morning Abhishekam to the Lord. Then there is in US ashram, Arsha Vidya Gurukulam, there is a Rishabha Dakshinamurti. Dakshinamurti, sitting on a bull, and the bull stands for Dharma. So like that, there are many variations. The Yoga Dakshinamurti is also there. So in our tradition, in the Hindu tradition, we know, what a high status is given to the Guru, because the Guru is none other than Ishvara manifest, in the form of the Guru. In fact, in the north, if you may be aware that people, in addition to having a family doctor or a family lawyer, they will have a family Guru. So whatever practical matters, is there a marriage, is there a surgery happening, some admission problem, they will call up the Guru, and take blessings even on the phone. So, and even in our South Indian culture, I have noticed so many important singers, like Bombay Sisters or Priya Sisters, they will begin their composition with one of these dhyana shlokas, as a vrittam mari padidva before the main composition. So we see that it is a tradition to seek the blessings of the Guru, whether we want success in a very practical matter or we want the ultimate, moksha purushartha. So that is the status given to Guru. Then last class, we saw the two meanings of the title word Dakshinamurti. So one meaning is Dakshina Abhimukha Murtihi Yasya Saha, the one whose form faces south. And south is where Lord Yama is dwelling. So Lord Yama is the personification of death or time or mortality. So that south also stands for samsara or worldliness. When we chase worldly pursuits, then we are caught up in this wheel and there is a constant fear of mortality. So Dakshinamurti faces, or the Guru faces south, when the Guru is seated on the Vyasapitha, and we seekers and students, we face automatically north. Even science tells us north exerts a magnetic pull. So north, the Himalayas, where Rishi Munis are doing tapas, that is exerting a pull, stands for moksha, stands for freedom through knowledge. Brahma Vidya. So that is one meaning we saw. Dakshina Abhimukha Murtihi Yasya Saha, the deity facing south. Then the second meaning is the compound Dakshinamurti can be split differently. Dakshinaha cha Amurtihi cha. Dakshinamurtihi cha Amurtihi cha. So Dakshinaha, here is the one who has Daksha. Daksha is skill or competence. So an Amurti is formless. So that formless Nirguna Parabrahma who has the competence and skill to manifest universes, sustain and resolve. This is what Sanatana Dharma is. Sanatana, eternal. So there are eternal cycles of manifest worlds and then withdrawals, and this is going on eternally. So, but the Lord is, free from this cycle. And he has the competence to remove the ajnanam from his devotees' minds. So that skill is also there. The skill to run this cosmos and on a microscopic scale, to remove the jivatvam, the ignorance that is in my mind, and to reveal the essential identity. Tattvam Asya. These two meanings we saw. So first is Dakshina Abhimukha Murtihi Yasya Saha, facing south. Second is Dakshinaha Cha Amurtihi Cha. Then let me display the first Dhyana Shloka. So we saw the first Dhyana Shloka, Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvai Yuvanam. Varshishtanti Vasadrishi Ganaihi Avritam Brahma Nishtaihi. So here, this is only half the shloka. Acharyendram Karakalita Chinmudramananda Rupam Swatma Rama Mudita Vadanam Dakshinamurtim Ide. Look at the last word, Ide. Ide is I salute. And the rest of the words, there are 9 words, they're all describing Dakshinamurti. So they're all ending in So what is that Sanskrit students will appreciate? That is Dvitiya Vibhakti, the accusative case. So Aham Ide. I worship Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam. The Lord who is teaching, who is revealing Prakatita, what? Parabrahma Tattvam. The Brahma Vidya Tattvam. How? Mauna Vyakhya. By a silent teaching. Vyakhya is an exposition. Mauna is silence. Prakatita is revealed. And Parabrahma Tattvam is the Vedanta teachings. So I salute, the Lord who is giving the teachings on Brahma Vidya or revealing how? In silence. Now this is a very unusual way to teach, Some of you are teachers, we all talk and talk and talk, especially now in online classes, there is even more talking. So how can one reveal that to the highest tattvam silently? This is a question often asked, and many acharyas have given very beautiful interpretations to this. The first is Dakshinamurti teaches with body language. So the body language we know, today the whole world has adopted the Namaste Mudra. Namaste is Namahate. I salute you. The divine, I bring both the palms together. Namaste. So the mudras are very deep science, be it in dance or yoga. So here Dakshinamurti is just showing the Chin Mudra. The Chin Mudra, which we also saw. What is the Chin Mudra? The index finger stands for the ego or ahankaraha. The thumb is the Parameshwara, Nirguna Parabrahma, most essential part of the hand also. So usually what happens, the jiva, the ahankara, is connected with these 3 fingers. So these 3 fingers also, there are many meanings. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, waking, dream, deep sleep, body, mind, sense organs, or Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Shariram. So anything, any 3 set you take, it is that. In short, the 3 fingers is worldly matters. Wherever there is vyavahara, we do that with the kshetram. So when the jivatma, that is the I, is connected to matter principle, then I'm away from Paramatma. But when the ego bends and connects with Parameshwara, then what do we find there? We find Purnatvam. symbolized by the circle. Yeah? So when a circle is completed, we don't know where the start is and where the ending is. No? So that is the Lord, Anadi Anantaha, Ajaha Amrityuho. So free from time, and there is beginningless and endless, limitless, that is symbolized by the circle. Yeah? So this is Chin Mudra is also called Jnana Mudra. Yeah? So this is one way about how Dakshinamurti reveals the Parabrahma Tattvam just by showing the Chin Mudra. Yeah? Now, if I show the Chin Mudra to a baby, or I do this, shh, what will the baby do? It may also do shh back to me. But will it be quiet? No. Maybe not. So this Chin Mudra, just by showing the Chin Mudra, not everybody can grasp the teachings. No? But these Manasa Putras of Brahmaji, the Sanat Kumaras, who are sitting around Dakshinamurti at the foot of the banyan tree, they have grasped it instantly. Yeah? So that is the first meaning. How? Because their minds are so transparent and so clear that it is like, the transmitter and the receiver, both stations are synced perfectly. Yeah? So then there is no problem in data transmission. So the content, is just downloaded, and the Rishi Munis, Sanat Kumara Rishi Munis are receiving all the knowledge just by, being in the presence of Dakshinamurti, like, in our own times, the experience with some may have had with Ramana Maharishi in Arunachala, Tiruvannamalai. So that is one meaning given. The second is Sankalpa Matrena. Yeah. So when there are students, of such a, Uttama student, who's an Uttama student? In Hindi is very beautifully said, jisko ishara hi bas hai. One look the Guru will give and the student will understand. Oh, a Guru wants water. Oh, the Guru has forgotten that Xerox in the room. I must go into the kutia and get it. So, Uttama Shishya is a sadhana chatushtaya sampannaha Shishya. The one who has the fourfold qualifications, Vivekaha, Vairagyaha, Shamadhi Shatka, Gunas and Mumukshutvam. It's explained, we will do it another time. So, all the qualities needed to receive the knowledge, these Rishimunis have it, So, there is no problem. And then what does the Guru do? The Guru simply has a sankalpa and just blesses the students mentally. Yeah. And then the student gains the knowledge. Yeah? So this is the second meaning given by Acharyas to Mauna Vyakhya, Sankalpa Matrena. Yeah? Then we have a third meaning which Pujya Swamiji in this parampara also we talk about, that is receiving the knowledge by implication, Lakshana Vritya. Lakshana Vritya means not directly. Like right now, I am using the speech organ and you're all, listening, right? But here in this yuga, it is totally silence, So here, what is happening? Lakshana Vritti is, the topic here is Atman, Brahma Tattvam. Now, Atman, we cannot say, look, this is Atma. This is not Atma. No. So, Yato Vacho Nivattante Aprapya Manasa Saha. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it's said beautifully. The words fail to describe Brahman, from where the mind also returns. Why? Because this Brahma Vidya is the very source of my body, mind, my thought processes. So these are all products. So that is the third meaning is indirectly. Then how to understand that which cannot be explained in words or described? Neti neti. Neti neti means na iti na iti. So the teacher uses a prakriya called na iti and says, no, you are not what you take yourself to be. You think you are this body? No. You are the Panchakoshas? No. You are subject to time? No. You are mortal? No. So, by negation, keep negating. What are you negating? Anatma. Then finally, what is left? Atma. So, this is a very unique way of revealing the Brahma Tattvam by the process of negation. I will give you an example, very familiar example of the sculpture. So, a Shilpi, a sculptor, he has a piece of stone, and you want to make one Krishna statue for a temple. He's been assigned the job. Then, in the sculptor's mind, the Krishna is already there, a beautiful Krishna, Murli Krishna. So, what does the sculptor do? The sculptor chips away, tuck, 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 with his chisel and hammer and removes all the unwanted portions of the stone. This way. And then finally, what you see, a beautiful Krishna is revealed. That was already there in the mind of the sculptor. So this third interpretation given is the Guru. What does the Guru do? The Guru also removes the erroneous perceptions and the wrong conclusions that we have about ourselves and about the world, about anything. So the great Swami Vivekananda said it very simply. He said, and beautifully, said, we are all already hypnotized into thinking I am this, I am that. Age, gender, community, national, I am professional, I am this, I am that. So if you can stop at just I am, then you get it, Brahma Tattva. So this is called Lakshanavritti, where the teacher unfolds the Parama Tattvam by Neti Neti Prakriya. Now don't worry if this sounds a bit heavy for you, because it will come again and again in the verses also. Those who have studied a few prakranas may understand it as I have explained. So these are the three ways we explain Mauna Vyakhya. How is the teaching happening by silence? First is by body language, Chinmudra, Chinmudraya. Second, Sankalpa Matrena. If the Guru wishes, he will just bless the student just by a thought, and it's done. The third is by the teaching prakriya, na iti, na iti. That is what the first big word is all about. Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattvam. Then we have Yuvanam. That's easy. Yuvanam is this youthful figure of Dakshinamurthy, which is manifested. Then Varshishtha Ante Vasat. You have to take it like that. Varshishtha. Who are the Varshishthas? The elders. These Sanat Kumaras, remember in the story, they left Brahmaji and they said, no, we want only spiritual wisdom. And they reach Kailas. And then they are old now, physically old, but the minds are so mature and ripe. They are the Varshishthas. Then they are Ante Vasat. So who is an Ante Vasi? Ante Vasi, we would say, is a resident student, not like us online Zoom students. Some of my people known to me, because of the current corona crisis, they said they are stuck in our Arsha Vidya Gurukulam in Rishikesh and Anikati, because they are not able to fly out, So, but then they are so blessed and fortunate because they have no choice but to study Brahma Vidya in the Gurukulam. So they came for a few weeks and now they are there for months. So they are Antevasi. So an Antevasi is a resident student who lives with the Guru. So when you spend some time in a Gurukulam, then it is very holistic. There are no distractions, there are no duties or responsibilities. So your mind is fully absorbed in the teaching. Unlike a Vidyarthi. Vidyarthi is one who is enrolled in a course, online course or, college degree. So there will be some learning, but it will be often interrupted, on and off, on and off. So here, Varshishta Ante Vasat are the resident students, these Sanat Kumaras, who are learning Parabrahma Tattvam at the feet of the Yuvanam Dakshinamurti. Avritam is surrounded. So the youthful Dakshinamurti is Avritam, surrounded by the Sanat Kumaras who are Brahmanishthas, who are firmly established in the wisdom. Then Acharya, Acharyanam Indraha. So Dakshinamurti is the Indra. This is not the Indra with the thunderbolt, but Indra means the Lord. Yeah. Foremost of all Acharyas is Dakshinamurti. Then Karakalita Chinmudram. I already explained that. Kara is hand, whose hand is taken the gesture of Chinmudra. Yeah? And such a Dakshinamurti or my Guru is Ananda Rupa, who is the embodiment of fullness or Swarupananda and Swatmaramam, and who rejoices in his own fullness. Yeah, we saw that one who does not depend on any external situation or person or thing to be happy. Swatmaramam. And Mudita Vadanam is Mudita Vadanam. The face is ever radiating that happiness. Yeah? So obviously, who will not want to learn from such a guru, So the one who has discovered that, spring of happiness, unconditional joy, and is naturally compassionate, and everybody flocks towards them. I remember Puja Swamiji would be, almost mobbed because he would have such a mudita vadanam. Yeah, people coming to gurus for all kinds of reasons, and it's amazing to see their compassion and their readiness to help all kinds of seekers. Yeah. One day, my Puja Swamiji told us, all the devotees are like flies, just coming all over me. So that is the Mudita Vadana. Dakshinamurtim Ide. Yeah. So that is the first shloka, which describes in 9 words about the youthful Dakshinamurti sitting at the foot of the banyan tree, surrounded by the elderly Sanat Kumara Rishis, and who are receiving the knowledge in perfect silence. Yeah? Let's go to the second one. Vatavitapi samipe bhumi bhage nishannam. Nishannam means seated. And that Dakshinamurti is seated where bhumi bhage, just like in a traditional Gurukulam style, even now, there are Gurukulams where the teaching happens outdoors. I saw a report in Tamil Nadu. Some teachers are actually going to the villages to teach the children who don't have smartphones, So they're all sitting on the bare ground and learning their school subjects. So bhumi bhage, on the ground, seated, nishannam. The ground of what? Vata vitapi samipe. Near the Vatavriksha, banyan tree. And vitapi is branches. You must have definitely seen a banyan tree. It's so huge that these roots come down and then again one stump comes up. Yeah. So everywhere the root touches the ground, there is a pillar-like tree there. So huge banyan tree covers sometimes kilometers, and it is said to improve memory power and, gives a lot of benefits. So that is a Vata Vitapi Samipe Bhumi Bhage Nishannam, this Dakshinamurti. And Arat, in front of Sakala Muni Jananam, all in front of all these Sanat Kumaras, this Jnana Dataram, Jnana Datru Shabda. So the one who is giving the knowledge, and seated in front of the Rishi Kumaras at the foot of the Vatavrikshaha, Tribhuvana Gurum Isham. So who is the Lord of all the 3 worlds? Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. Which we often say is the earth, heavens, and the intergalactic space. Yeah. In fact, the whole Brahmanda cosmos. Tribhuvana Gurum Isham, the Lord of all the worlds. That Dakshinamurti Devam, the one facing south, See, actually, the Lord is everywhere. Yeah, not only, in the north. The Lord is everywhere. But if we want a certain teaching, we face the Lord, for a locus. So, Dakshinamurthy Devam. So, they are also facing Dakshinamurthy, who is facing south. Then the verb here, if you notice, is namami. Namami is Uttama Purusha Ekavachanam. I salute. So, I salute whom? Janana Marana Dukkha Cheda Daksham. A long word, which is again a compound. Yeah. So, what happens when you have compounds like this? For those with some Sanskrit knowledge, we will always move from the right to the left. Yeah, like in Urdu. So, we will take up Daksham. Who Daksham we've already seen. Yeah. Aham namami. I salute the one who has daksha, competence, skill. Then move left. Skill of what? Cheda. The skill to destroy. Then again left. Destroy what? Dukkham. What kind of dukkham? Janana marana dukkham. Yeah. So the compound is I salute the one who is competent and skilled to destroy the sorrow born of the cycle of birth and death. Is that all? Just Janma and Marana Dukkha is there? No. So Swamiji will say, in between, what is there in between birth and death? Lot of things. Jara, Vyadhi, inflation, corona, disappointments, guilts, hurts, regret, sadness, frustration, anxiety, and the list is endless. Yeah? So, Janana Marana Dukkha Cheda Daksham Namami. I salute the Dakshinamurthy, who is perfectly skilled in destroying the sorrow born of all these factors. It is said that even birth, is very painful, not only for the mother, for the child also. Yeah, it comes into such a brightly lit world, from the dark womb. That itself is a, shock. Yeah. And then again, to go through the birth process and everything. Yeah. And then Marana, of course, the fear of mortality is there. Yeah. So here, it does not mean that the teachings will free us from mortality. No. It will free one from the fear of mortality. Yeah. There is a distinction there. So, if we think that, so if somebody thinks, there's so many problems in life, I have tried this, I've tried this, nothing works. Okay, let me try Vedanta. If I come with that attitude, will it work? No, So, Swamiji will often, joke, none of you should take it seriously, especially the mothers-in-law. Swamiji will say, mother-in-law will remain mother-in-law. Daughter-in-law will remain daughter-in-law. Power cuts will continue. Traffic jams will be there, and all these problems relating to the world and matter will be there. Yeah. Then how does it destroy the dukkham? Why am I saluting somebody who's destroying the dukkham? By Atma Anatma Vivekam. Yeah. I see that, okay, if there is a body, the body will age, the body will have problems, Innik arthritis in the naalukku talavali. Talavali pochina vayathavali vandarum. Some vyadhi or the other will be there. Yeah. So if there is a world and I interact with so many people, there will be misunderstandings and little, friction here and there. But then the teachings, teach me to clearly discriminate what is a fact. Anatma cannot give me permanent peace, security, happiness. So if I'm seeking permanent happiness in the anatma, then I will be disappointed. So Atma Jnanam is that birthless, formless, timeless, absolute reality, which we have seen is the embodiment of ultimate peace, security, and happiness. So it will give that viveka. That is the idea here. So here in the second one is also Aham Namami, I salute the Dakshinamurthy. Now let's go to the third one. Chitram Vatataror Mule Vriddha Shishya Gurur Yuva Gurostu Maunam Vyakhyanam Shishyastu Chinna Samshayaha. Chitram. Chitram here is not picture. Chitram here means a wonder. How amazing it is. What is amazing? Vatataroho mule. Mule means at the base of this Vatataru. Vatataru is same, banyan tree, Vatavrikshaha. Taru is another word for tree. Vatataroho mule, at the base of the banyan tree, the Shishyas, the students are Vriddhaha. The students are aged and Guruhu Yuva. The Guru is young. Now that is the wonder, is it not? Now you're all, some of you are teachers, are you younger than your students? I don't think so, right? So our school students, college students, they're, mostly will be younger to the teacher. But here, Chitram, what a wonder. The Guru is young and the students are old. Vatataroho mule vriddhaha shishyaha guruhu yuva. The Guru is young. Yeah. Generally, it happens, in our society, the older one is, the more experience is there and wisdom. There is dignity in age. That is why we respect our elders also. They're all role models. Yeah. But when it comes to spiritual wisdom, then age and gender does not really matter. You may find a very young person, who is a very mature jiva. That is gone through a lot of experiences and learning in many lifetimes. May look like a small child, your own daughter or granddaughter, like Amrita. We were discussing how Amrita is, a very advanced, mature jiva. Yeah? So we cannot judge just by external appearance. Then there is one more wonder here. Guroho tu maunam vyakhyanam. The Guru, the second wonder is the Guru is teaching in silence. Yeah? And Shishyaha tu chinna samshayaha. And the students, their doubts are all getting dispelled. Samshayaha is doubt. Chinna samshayaha are whose doubts are dispelled or destroyed. Yeah? Shishyaha tu, whereas. No? So the first wonder is that we see a youthful, young Dakshinamurthy teacher and aged students learning. Second wonder, Chitram, is the Guru is teaching in perfect silence. We have seen the meanings of silence earlier, and all the doubts are being dispelled. Normally this does not happen, when we go to, I spent, about 8 to 10 years in Anekati Gurukulam. Every night, we would have a question and answer session with Pujya Swamiji, and where we were free to ask questions and Swamiji would answer them from various viewpoints. So a dialogue is necessary for dispelling doubts. But here it is happening at such a high frequency that, that the Shishyas are also getting, very clear. Why? Same reason, the minds are totally at sync. They're all advanced Shishyas. Yeah? So here it is said that, this everything is ultimately Guru Kripa. Today we see so many people struggling, in life. Why is that happening? So our Acharyas tell us it's because Guru Bhakti is missing. Today we are not really, developing that Guru Bhakti. Of course, Kali Yuga also. So I will tell you a story of this Guru Bhakti in the life of Shankaracharya. You know the familiar picture of Shankaracharya with 4 Shishyas, just like Sanat Kumaras around Dakshinamurthy. So one student was a very young boy called Totaka. This Totaka was very simple, He had not even studied language or he didn't know Sanskrit, nothing. But, he followed Shankaracharya and he would do a lot of Guru Seva for Shankaracharya. He would wash his clothes, clean his kutia, prepare his meals, and whatever he needed would be there, even before he asked. That was Totaka. So one day Shankaracharya was taking a class on Upanishads, yeah, in their kutia, But Totaka was doing laundry at the banks of the river. Yeah. So then the Guru's Shankaracharya was waiting. He didn't start the class. Then the other Shishyas reminded the Guru, "Oh, Guru, time is running out. Can you please start the class? We are waiting eagerly for your Upadesha." The Guru didn't say anything. So then what happened? The Guru understood. Then the other students are telling the Guru, "Oh Guru, are you waiting for Totaka? Totaka is such a simple boy. Anyway, he will not understand the Upanishads. You please start." So then the Guru closed his eyes, Shankaracharya, and he mentally blesses Totaka, who is at a remote distance, Totaka, something he must have said, Om Namah Shivaya or something. And Totakacharya on the banks of the river, he could feel that, like we also sometimes feel that electric current, somebody is thinking of me. And that Sankalpa Matra, Sankalpa of the Guru, transformed the Shishya. So he dropped the laundry and he came running towards the kutia. And as he ran, he does the Dandavat pranams to Adi Shankaracharya. And then he sings what is known as Totakashtakam. Totakashtakam is 8 verses composed on the glory of Guru in the Totaka meter, very beautiful and in beautiful Sanskrit, composed by this Totakacharya, whom the others thought is a simpleton. So in one instant, the Guru, by the power of the Sankalpa, blessed his Shishya. And then he also joined in and the studies continued. So this is called Guru Kripa. So when a Guru sees that there is a student who has Shraddha, Bhakti, Jnanam, Guru Seva, commitment, Mukshutvam, then automatically the thought will come in the Guru's mind, let me bless this Shishya. Let this Shishya not have obstacles in life. Let the Shishya, progress and grow in learning. So just the thought arises in the Guru's mind and the Shishya's life is transformed. Yeah? So I'm sure we all know, how great is Guru Bhakti. Our culture, extols it. So these are just few instances of Guru Bhakti. Let's do one more. 4th. Nidhaye sarva vidyanam vishaje bhavaroginam gurave sarva lokanam Dakshinamurthy namaha. Nidhaye sarva vidyanam vishaje bhavaroginam gurave sarva lokanam Dakshinamurthy namaha. Again, Dhyana Shloka number 4 is Namaha. Salutations unto Dakshinamurthy. 4th case, Dakshinamurthy Namaha, who is the Guru of all the lokas. Gurave Sarvalokanam. Yeah, this also we have seen. Guru is that Paramatattvam. Yeah. Then what is that Guru is a Nidhi of Sarva Vidyanam. So Vidya are 2 types, Dve Vidye Veditavye. In the Mundaka Upanishad, the statement is there. There are 2 kinds of knowledge. Yeah? One is Apara Vidya, which relates to worldly matters, Oracle, how do I become an Oracle engineer? How do I apply for a visa? How do I do parenting, properly? All these connect to Vyavahara, to the world, Aparavidya. Then there is the Paravidya. Paravidya is that which the Sanat Kumaras are seeking and it is given to them. Now, Paravidya is the teachings of Vedanta that the Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara are essentially the one Paramatattvam. Yeah? So, but both this Aparavidya and Paravidya, our Guru is a Nidhi. Is a treasure. Nidhi means treasure. Treasure here is a repository, a whole storehouse, Nidhaye sarva vidyanam, all the disciplines of knowledge. Yeah. So I remember in the satsangs, Swamiji would always, Puja Swamiji would amaze us. On the one hand, we would listen just like Dakshinamurthy to the Parama Tattvam. Then on the other hand, Swamiji will say, in the Ver Kadal, peanuts. The peanuts are there, you just roast it and remove the skin. The skin of the peanuts is very good for bringing a shine to your skin. So Aparavidya, we were amazed, the gurus, they have like a 360-degree vision, and their antenna can, get all the knowledge from a very different plane of consciousness. So they are nidhi, treasure house of all the kinds of vidyas. So whether we go to a guru for, some immediate problem, like my son is not getting married, or, I need a new job, or I need a surgery done, the guru will bless. Yeah? But then the guru is also there for Paravidya. Yeah? And then the next lines, Bhishaje Bhava Roginam. Who is a Bhishaj? Bhishaj is the Sanskrit word for doctor. So Dr. Dakshinamurthy, this doctor cures what roga? Bhava roga. So Bhava means those who suffer from Bhava roga. What is Bhava roga? Bhavati iti bhava. Bhavati means that which becomes. So when I keep becoming, I want to become this and that, I want to get this and that for peace, security, happiness, then I am stuck in this Bhavaroga. Other rogas are there, we know that, bacterial infections, viral infections, typhoid, malaria, these are rogas. But Bhavaroga is the disease of samsara, the disease of ajnanam, ignorance. And Dakshinamurthy is the Bhishak. Bhishak means the doctor, who removes the Bhavaroga. So again, it all comes down to focusing on the permanent, permanent, doing Atma, Anatma, Vivekam. Anatma is that which is constantly fluctuating, it is born, is gone. Something comes to my hand, born, is. How long will it be there? Then gone. Change, constant change and fluctuation. Born is gone. Yeah, that is the nature of Anatma. Yeah, but what is Atma? Never born, never can go, and it just is. Will always be is. Yeah, so that is the nature of Atma, and this Anatma is that which is constantly fluctuating, or Anatma is the Bhavaroga. Mirabai, the great Mirabai, she was devoted to Krishna, and Krishna stands for the Parama Brahma Tattvam. So she sings in one of her beautiful bhajans, Bhavasagar sab sukh gaya hai, fikar nahi mujhe taran ki, मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर पलट गई मोरे नैनन की, पलट गई मोरे नैनन की, भवसागर सब सूख गया है. She says, by the grace of the Guru, or in her life, it is Krishna is the Jagat Guru, the whole Bhavasagar has evaporated. What was threatening me in life? Huge, Bhavasagar with all these crocodiles of anxiety, fear, inflation, corona, has just evaporated into thin air. How did that happen? Palat gayi more nayananiki, by the vision. Yeah? The vision of Brahma Vidya, or the teachings, give us that expanded vision. Same thing, Bhagavad Gita or Stotram or Upanishad, anything you take, they expand our minds beyond the present reality, in which everything gets included. And what changes? Only my understanding, my attitude, and my perception. That is the change which happens. We'll just chant the last of the Dhyana shlokas and conclude. Om Namah Pranavaर्थाय Shuddha Jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tat Sat. So thank you for joining in, everybody, in the second